Good morning. This week's discussion question focused on how emotional intelligence affects our leadership and self-leadership skills. Personally, my emotional intelligence did not come up as high as I wanted it to, which means that I still need lots of work on my leadership and self-leadership skills if I want to be able to be successful in the workplace and in also my personal relationships. The author Daniel Goleman first brought in the idea of emotional intelligence with his 1995 publication, Emotional Intelligence. It was he who found out that leadership and self-leadership qualities such as intelligence, toughness, determination, vision, were insufficient alone for good leadership and self-leadership, and that really effective leaders and self-leaders must have a high degree of emotional intelligence, which includes self-awareness, self-regulation, motivation, empathy, and social skill. Identifying leaders and self-leaders with the right stuff is more of an art than a science, Goleman feels, and he feels like the most effective leaders and self-leaders are alike in one way. They have a high degree of emotional intelligence. Without it, a person can have the best training in the world and all the smart ideas in the world, but he still may not be a great leader. Goleman's data shows that intelligent and cognitive skills are important, but that emotional intelligence proved to be twice as important for leaders and self-leaders as the others. And this is for jobs at all levels. It has also been confirmed that emotional intelligence is not only linked to strong leaders, but also to strong performance. An important factor to keep in mind is that emotional intelligence, unlike your IQ, can be developed and improved upon. So that brings a lot of hope to me to show that I can still grow in my emotional intelligence skills. The first part of emotional intelligence and personal competence is self-awareness. And that means having a deep understanding of one's emotions, strengths, weaknesses, needs, and drives. They are neither overly critical or unrealistically hopeful, but are honest with themselves and others. It requires you to make sense of your emotions and a willingness to focus on feelings that may be negative. It comes from developing an honest understanding of what makes you tick, as Bradbury and Grieve state in their book, Emotional Intelligence 2.0. They believe that the more you understand both the beauty and the blemishes, then the better you are able to achieve your full potential in self-awareness. After self-awareness comes self-management, which is the second major component of personal competence. It is the ability to stay flexible and to direct your behavior positively. For example, if you're under a paralyzing fear that may make your thinking somewhat cloudy, in a case of self-management, you would show your ability to handle the uncertainty as you explore your options. Once you gain comfort with what you were feeling, with the emotions that you are feeling, the best course of action presents itself, and the real results come from putting your momentary needs on hold to pursue the larger, more important goals that are in front of you. So those are the two components of personal competence: self-awareness and self-management. Then we get to social awareness, which is the first component of social competence. And this is the ability to pick up on emotions in others and understand what is going on with them, even if you feel like they might be wrong or if you don't feel the same way that they do. It is so easy to get caught up with your own emotions and to forget while going on with your emotions what is happening with the other party's emotions, that you're likely to lose focus on your social awareness. But if you're high in social awareness, it keeps you focused and absorbing others' feelings and helps you to listen and absorb their information or feelings, which may have to do with you not really wanting to do what those feelings show. You have to be socially aware to show that you understand another person's emotions while you are right in the middle of the situation. And you must be very aware as a member of the interaction of all of the conflict or emotions that you're dealing with at the moment. So that involves a lot of social awareness. Relationship management is the second component of social competence, and it goes right along with the other three emotional intelligence skills. It is your ability to use your own emotions and those of others to manage interactions successfully. And this would bring about clear communication and handling conflict. You would be able to see the benefits connecting with many different people, even though you may not like them. It often poses the greatest challenge during times of stress for you. Your relationship skills give you the skills you need to avoid conflict, anger, and frustration that arise in the workplace. So you must be, again, aware of everyone else's emotions and be able to connect with them on a high-level basis to avoid the conflict and anger and frustration that might arise. So all of these aspects that have come up in Goldman studies about your emotional IQ, your emotional intelligence, as opposed to your IQ, show us that we really need to work hard on getting our emotional intelligence to a higher level and developing it so that we can be better self-leaders and better leaders in the workplace and in our personal relationships. And I'm sorry that my video is so long, but it seemed like there was so much that I wanted to talk about concerning all of the different competencies that I kind of went over time, so forgive me for that. I hope I didn't bore you too much. Thank you, and have a great day.